It's not that they're bad people. It's just that if you can't see what I see, you can't do what I do. And where I'm going, I need you to do what I do. I need you to do what I do. Amen. And so although the people was willing to leave Egypt out of bondage, listen, they was willing. They was eager to leave out of the place of bondage. You've been in bondage for so long. You've been in sickness. As soon as a lad come for deliverance, then you be so happy you up here. You ready to get delivered because you ready to get out of bondage. But as soon as you get in the wilderness, what happened? You get stuck. You only had enough in you to see your way out of bondage, but you couldn't see your way all the way into freedom. We got to change that. We have to change that. So it's your vision and your mindset that need to be prayed for. Sometimes we think we can lay hands on you and you just instantly get delivered and get up and start walking. And no, you got to make a decision to stay free. And so the word of God is quick and it is powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. It has the power to cut out every dead area in your mind and your vision and shift it into alignment to where God needs it in that season. And so a lot of times it's not necessarily just laying hands on you for you to be delivered up out of that thing as much as God just needs you to see it another way. Because when you see it another way, understanding comes. Understanding can't really come until your vision shift. And so although they was willing to leave Egypt out of bondage with Moses, they wasn't assigned to go into the promised land. Some people are going to die in the wilderness. They're going to die in the wilderness. We ain't talking about no natural. we know they died in the wilderness. And why did they die in the wilderness? Now I want y'all to understand something. Sometimes we think we make bad decisions as leaders. Sometimes we think we put people in positions they are not being. But nothing comes to reveal your motives and your capacity like adversity, like trials and tribulation. So I'm going to put you in a position to see what's on the inside of you. See what's on the inside of you. So what did God tell Moses in Numbers? He tell Moses, listen, I need you to go spy out the land. So he tells him, I want you to do what? Give me some leaders. Give me some leaders. Now we think that because leaders are blind and they don't see what we see, and they argue and they complaining, we think, oh, they just ain't for us. They ain't with us. I chose the wrong ones. No, you chose the right one. God told Moses, I want you to choose some leaders. What did Moses do? He chose leaders according to what God told him to choose. He said a leader from every tribe. I'm showing you something. A leader from every tribe. I want you to take them and I want you to put them in leadership. Because I'm going to show you something. Now send them over to the promised land and see what report they come back with. If they come back with a negative report, they're not seeing what you're seeing. If they come back with a negative report, they're not thinking the way you thinking. They can't go. Because I need people that's going to see this thing the way I've given it to you to see it. It's not that they're bad people. They're not bad people. They just don't see it. They don't see it. There are different reasons why we don't necessarily see or our vision doesn't align with our senior leader's vision. There are multiple reasons why. Multiple reasons. Don't have anything to do with, it could have something to do with just being prideful and just bucking against authority. It could have something to do with that. But a lot of times when you bringing people out of a position of bondage, they've been in bondage for too long. All they know is their way. All I know is my way. It's hard for me to come into alignment with your way because it's been my way all this time. So even though they was being taken out of the land of Egypt into the promised land, when they got to the wilderness, that was the deliverance time. That was the time for you to just soak in God's presence and rely on all the things that God had did. How do God rain down manna from heaven and bring you out of Egypt the way he brought you out and you still don't believe? You still don't think your mind needs to change. The way you're thinking about this thing needs to change. And so he's bringing them out of Egypt. He's bringing them into the wilderness. And God is saying, I need you to appoint some leaders because I want to show you what's ahead of you. I want to show you what's ahead of you. Everybody say, well, you know what? The leader, we can't see what the leader has. The leader has foresight. And they can see ahead. No, if he sees, I can see. Because the oil that's on his life is supposed to trickle down on my life. And in order for me to come into agreement with him, I got to see what he's seeing. a leader from every tribe and sent them into the promised land to spy out the land, to spy it out. So when they come back with a negative report, what they were saying is, I don't see myself in this land. I don't see myself there. I have to see myself. I have to see my assignment. That's just like what I was talking about yesterday. Can you see your assignment in people? If the resources are in the relationships, when I look at you, can I see that my assignment is somewhere near? They got to do with you. I'm supposed to be rolling with you. Can I see that? So when they go into the promised land and they come back with a negative report, what they were saying was, listen, we may not be well able to take it because we don't see ourselves there. So if this is where you headed there without us. You going without us because we don't see ourselves in that place. We don't see ourselves there. So I need you to see yourself the way God sees you. And if God is a big God and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, then I need you to see that you're higher. You're better. I need you to see that you wasn't designed to stay in a low place. I need you to see that. I need you to see that what's in the promised land is what's going to help you adapt to everything that God has for you in the season that you're in. And so, Numbers the 13th chapter, God tells Moses to send leaders into the land to spy it out. But if it had not been for you putting people into a position of leadership, their capacity and the lack of vision, the lack of momentum couldn't have been revealed. God doesn't come to expose and reveal things to us necessarily to get people off our team. He comes to listen, where is it at? 2 Kings, the 6th chapter. Elisha prayed. Now they in battle and the chariots are surrounding them. And the servant cannot see. Spiritually, he's blind. So the leaders that you have, the people that you put in a leadership position that doesn't have the capacity to see what you see, they are blinded spiritually to the plan. So it's not necessarily that I need you to get rid of them. I just need you to pray. Pray that their eyes will be open. Pray that their understanding will be open. Sometimes we be so quick to just throw people away. No, pray that they come into alignment with what God has given me to do. If they are, listen, when I see them a part of what God has given me to do. So now, instead of just getting rid of them, let me just pray that they come into full alignment, into full circle. Okay? So here it is. Nothing can be revealed. Nothing can be revealed upon leadership and upon the people like adversity. Like adversity. So the times of trouble come. So the seasons of when we're moving into a new land, we understand that there's going to be some challenges. People get afraid again. I just came out of a system of bondage. I don't like what you just told me to do. You know, I just came out of a place where they told me to do some things. Now I'm in a land of freedom. I should be able to do whatever I want to do. But we kingdom. The very first sign that you kingdom is that you follow protocol. Because there is no kingdom without a system and without protocols. There are rules in the kingdom. But everybody say they kingdom. But don't want to follow instructions. But want to be a part of the vision that God has given you. Come in. The first sign that a person's vision is not in alignment with their leader's vision is when they come in and try to change the plan. When they come in and they try to change the direction and where we're headed. Sometimes God just needs us to listen. I tell Pastor when he looked towards me for certain things, I be like, well, you know, what did God tell you? You know, God said for you to do it, then I'm rolling with you. You know, I'm rocking with you. Hey, that's it. You know, now if you want to do X, Y, and Z, then okay, I'll tell you, you know, my opinion, or I can tell you what God is saying, but ultimately, it's your vision. I'm here to help push your vision. I see myself when I came back. I saw myself a part of the vision. I saw how I can help push the vision. Anytime you're a part of the ministry and you don't see how you can assist that ministry, you're going to buck against authority. You're not going to come when you're supposed to come. You're going to have every excuse in the world as to why you can't do it. You're going to argue with people every 5 minutes because you came out of a system of bondage. So to you, every form of order is what? Bondage. Anytime somebody tells us to do something, it's what? It's bondage. Amen. It's bondage. It's taking me back. You trying to control me. That's just like a relationship. You get out of an abusive relationship, what's the first thing you say? Ain't nobody going to ever put their hands on me again. Ain't nobody going to talk crazy to me or nothing. And as soon as a man, now I'm talking about my story. I wasn't in no abusive relationship, but I was abused as a child, and I made an inner vow and said, won't no man ever disrespect me. And I had a man raise his voice at me, and what? Oh, no, I'm done with you, because I know you ain't talking crazy. He wasn't even talking crazy. He just raised his little voice. He just raised his voice. But when you got those inner vows, and you came from a system of bondage, and you haven't been delivered yet, everything gonna cause you to retract and go back to the past, and you gonna think that the people in your life just trying to control you. Amen. And they're not. So when they ask you to do something, it's they trying to control me. I can't do it over there. I can't see myself over there with them because this is what's going on. Amen. And so I'm going to give a few more points, and then I'm going to close. Okay. Okay. So I said, Alicia prayed that God will open the eyes of his servant. And so there are some of the people today, the people that are a part of Faith on Fire ministry. I just want y'all to ask yourself that question. Is my vision in alignment with the pastor's vision? Because if you don't see yourself a part of the vision, you will change it to suit your needs. You're changing to suit your needs. And we won't be able to finish the work out here if people are not in alignment with the vision. When God took the man of God and he told him to go back to the land of Egypt, we just gonna call it that. God told, he was on the run, y'all. If y'all know the story like I know the story, they was on the run. They was on the run, okay? He runs out of Egypt. But God said, now it's time for you to go back because I have an assignment for you there. Your assignment isn't up. Your assignment isn't up. So I need you to go back. And when you go back, you're going to deliver some people out of bondage. Out of the bondage of their mindset. Out of the bondage where they're blinded and they can't see. You're going to deliver some people out of that. But in order for you to deliver them, I'm going to need you to take them to the wilderness first. I'm going to need you to come out from among that system, under the roof of that system. I need you to come out from among that. So then he takes you to a place, to another building. And so now we're in a season where we're getting ready and we're entered into the promised land. And God is saying the people that are here have to be sure that they can see what you see. And if they don't, we got to pray. We got to lay hands on your eyes so that your vision can open, so that you can see what God has shown the man and woman of God. That's how you come into agreement. That's how you have 100% participation in what we're doing. And there is excitement. A lot of times there's no excitement in what you're doing because you can't see it. You can't. When a person is getting married, you excited. You're on 10 because you see your life with this person. You're on 10. You're just not excited about the honeymoon. You're like, man, I'm telling y'all, we're going to go into business about 2 years from now. We're probably going to have another baby. Oh, my God, I can see that. Oh, my God, I could just see us growing old, sitting on the big porch. You know what I'm saying? With a little dog, a little puppy dog or something. Little grandkids rolling in the... You see it. You see it. Yes. So this is what we need. We need people who can see what God has given the man and the woman of God to see. We know, some of us know if we ain't all the way there because prophecy comes in parts. God has shown you a piece, a piece, a piece. And there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. I just sit back and be like, okay, Pastor, you know, I don't understand, but God give it to me. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to always see. Sometimes you're going to see the other piece. And sometimes just coming back from my testimony, what I used to do is if I got another piece that was different than what the leader had, if they didn't have my piece and respect the piece that I gave, it was, oh,